Hello, uh, okay, alright, first off, really quick, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you're a returning viewer, hi, how you doing? Okay, usually this is the part of the video, the intro, where I would say, hello, duelists, or Pokemon fans, or gamers, stuff like that, but, hello, movie fans? Marvel fans? Either one, welcome to the King's Court. Okay, so, alright. So me and channel member Michael just went and saw Deadpool 3, and I got a lot of thoughts on it. So I wanted to talk about it here because we've done this before, where we talk about series like new movie releases, like when the new Super Mario Bros. Movie came in. Shit, I can't even call it new anymore. It's been like more than a year at this point. But when that movie came out, we gave a review slash our thoughts on it, and we've even done that a couple times with some anime we've seen. So shoot, I guess this is like we'll add this to that. This is going to be basically going over what we thought of the Deadpool 3, basically. So you know the drill. If you like this video, you want to see more of it, because there's a lot of cool movies coming out soon that me and Chelmer and Michael really want to talk about. We got some other plans coming up soon. Spooky month isn't that far off. It's pretty much, well, technically it's like the end of July, but we're going into August, and let's be real, these months go by quickly. So we got a couple videos planned out for these next few months. So if you want to see any more videos like this, where we talk about Marvel movies, DC movies, or anything really that catches our interest, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads. Also in the comments, let me know what you thought of the movie. I'm gonna be real. I thought it was A1. I thought it was top tier. This movie was great, and I gotta be blunt with you, I was a little worried, but we'll get to that in a sec. So now that that's over, let's get to the discussion. So Deadpool 3 just came out, and I'm gonna be real, it blew my expectations. Okay, I gotta be honest with you. When I first heard about Deadpool 3, first of all, being even confirmed, because now it's been shoot, 6 years since Deadpool 2. That movie it feels like yesterday, but it's actually been a long time since that movie came out. So I'm gonna be real. Me and Chelmer and Michael both were a little honestly skeptical that they'd even make a third one, especially with Disney being the way it is. Family friendly, PG-13, everything. Can't be bloody or violent or stuff like that. But gotta be honest with you, this really blew both our expectations. For the record, I'll try my best to avoid any super major spoilers, but let's be real. Okay, I'll try to avoid the big ones, but if you haven't seen this movie already, honestly, just go check it out. The movie's great, honestly. So, this movie, honestly, is pretty much kind of like a buddy cop movie, if I'm being real with you. I almost was getting kind of like, if you ever seen the Rush Hour movies, I was almost getting that vibe. It really did feel like they both played off each other just perfectly. Really quick, so honestly, the movie was, shoot, how do I even go over this? Well, first off, this movie is basically a huge, now, here's the thing. I don't talk about it a lot on the channel because, well, we've been wanting to bring up comic book content before on the channel, but we just haven't had the chance to bring it up. But I guess now is as good a time as ever. Me and Chelmer and Michael are both huge comic book nerds. Like, personally, Batman's my favorite. Chelmer and Michael's a huge Iron Man nerd. So we've been wanting to sort of talk about this sort of stuff here. And we grew up watching and reading both comic books and watching, like, cartoons, animated stuff, animated movies, and obviously the live action movies that were everywhere in the 2000s. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I was not expecting all the cameos that we got. I'm going to be real with you. Now, if you're familiar with the MCU, obviously everyone knows who Captain America is. But I was not expecting them to actually bring back Johnny Storm. I got to be real with you. Shoot, I'm gonna be real with you. It almost seems like the idea of the Fantastic Four has been kind of like the reaction to Reed Richards and all this has been kind of lukewarm. So the fact that they actually brought back Johnny Storm is actual Chris Evans Johnny Storm, especially. I was not expecting that. I was half expecting the Thing to come out of nowhere. Speaking of cameos, there were so many of hilarious cameos of multiple different universe versions of Wolverine, Deadpool, the female Deadpool. I was not expecting that. I'm gonna be real with you. Did anyone else think the best character was what was it? Mary Poppins, Dogpool. I gotta be honest, Dogpool best character in the whole movie. Man, and so, but basically, from I don't know really how to word this, but from start to finish, this movie was this great and golden. I don't know. I can't really glaze it much better, but basically, though, if you grew up a comic book or a superhero fan in general, like me and Chandler Michael both in the 2000s, there's going to be a lot of stuff you weren't expecting. Like, okay, like I said, this is where spoilers come in. So if you don't want to be spoiled, just go ahead. Thanks for watching so far. See you in the next video. But of all characters, I was not expecting them to ever bring back Elektra. Now, okay, anyone who watching this who may not know who that is, Elektra is one of the more lesser known Marvel characters. She's probably most known, let's be real at this point, for being one of Daredevil's many girlfriends. If you've only ever seen the Netflix series, comic book Daredevil is known for having like one of the worst love lives. The dude is honest as a terrible track record, but one of his most infamous ones was dating the character Elektra, and she had a movie in the early 2000s. I think it was after the Ben Affleck Daredevil. I think it was around 2005 or something like that. And that nobody, I swear, nobody ever talks about this. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how many Elektra fans there still are, but for good reason. That movie was boring. I remember seeing that movie as a kid on TV and just changing the channel because it was so boring. It wasn't until later on I tried my best to find it. Just to when me and Chandler Michael decided to rewatch all the Marvel movies around the time Endgame came out, and honestly, I forgot it even existed. So I was not expecting that. I was also not expecting Wesley Snipes' Blade again, which is interesting because I thought, honestly, Blade was pretty good. I've always been a huge fan of Blade, and, you know, it's funny. There's a whole generation these days of younger Deadpool fans who probably think Deadpool's the first rated R superhero movie. Not even close. Technically, the very first one isn't even a Marvel movie. Technically, the first one, if I remember right, is a character called Darkman. But Deadpool's not even the first Marvel rated R movie. That goes to the original Blade, and that I'm gonna be real. I think that movie still holds up. Wesley Snipes' Blade. It's got some cheesy dialogue, but what do you expect for the time? So I'm gonna be honest. That movie. So I was not expecting that because Blade 1 was great. Blade 2, shoot, I don't know if this is a hot opinion or like a hot take, but I'm gonna be honest. I think Blade 2 might be better than the first one, and Blade Trinity was okay. But what makes Blade Trinity so special, that was Ryan Reynolds' first Marvel project. So the fact that not only do you have both of them on camera at the same time again, it's even more hilarious to even reference that in the movie. So that was really cool. I'm going to be real with you. I was half expecting... when they were doing the scene where they revealed the characters, Elektra, Blade, and Channing Tatum... Gambit. Now, obviously, if you're watching this, you probably already knew this, but back in like the 2000s, Channing Tatum really wanted to be Gambit. It was Gambit. There was supposed to actually work on a Gambit Origins movie. Around the 2010s, when X-Men Origins Wolverine came out, they were going to do a spin-off of multiple different X-Men. But that movie didn't do so great, and basically the whole thing was scrapped. So, the fact that we finally got Gambit again on screen is just honestly insane. And I never thought we'd see that. I'm too used to a lot of movies these days taking liberties with like the the costumes, the designs, and all that, changing them up. Ever since the X-Men movies in the early 2000s, how radically different those were compared to the comic book counterparts. I honestly never thought we'd see like the actual, Gambit full, the trench coat and all that. But we did, and that was honestly pretty insane. I'm gonna be real. The accent wasn't very good. If anyone watching this is a little unfamiliar with Gambit, the dude is from Louisiana, and he has a very heavy accent, but not. But I think that's what they were going for. I think they were doing it on purpose, making his accent sound terrible in the movie because everyone had been joking for a long time about there ever being Gambit in the MCU. So hey, that was pretty cool. That was honestly really awesome. And not only that, and before me and Chandler and Michael went and saw the movie, I actually rewatched Logan, to get those old feels again. And there's a big difference. It's funny when you watch Logan and then go to Deadpool 3 because not only obviously there's a huge difference between the two, but seeing the way Logan is in that movie and this the different universe version they're using, the tone between the two is hilarious. Is honestly, if I'm being real. So that was honestly great, and I'm really honestly did not expect all the other references and cameos. Like when they did mention the Punisher, when the movie was playing and they showed this dude with an ugly striped sweater, right away when I saw that I was thinking, is that the Russian? Because because the Russian's like the only character I can think of in Marvel in general that wears that ugly ass striped sweater. Because for the record, the Russian is a Punisher character. Probably the best the best on, if I don't shoot, was he in like the other, man, I don't even know actually. I don't think he was in like on screen had any other live action adaptations. I think the only other time you see the Russian in any kind of in any movie was the old Punisher movie from the 90s. And for the record, he was played by the pro wrestler Kevin Nash. So, hey, that was pretty cool. But obviously, they couldn't get Kevin Nash to do that again. So they ended up going with a different guy. So when I saw that dude, I was thinking, oh man, are we going to see the Punisher? We don't, but hey, they referenced him, so close enough, right? It was even funnier when they said which Punisher, because there has been a lot of different Punishers. Not just in different roles, because the Punisher has been played by like 3 different dudes. The 90s movie, there was this other movie in the 2000s, Punisher Warzone, and of course, the Netflix version of the character. So, he's been played by a bunch of different people, so that was honestly pretty hilarious in the reference. I think, though, my favorite part of the whole movie had to be the scene with all the Deadpools just basically rallying around Peter, but I'm going to be honest, I just kept calling him Sugar Bear. I forgot his name was Peter to begin with. So, seeing him in the Deadpool suit probably was the biggest laugh I had because the sheer obscurity of it just fits the movie so perfectly. So, I could go on for hours, but basically, this movie was honestly just 10 out of 10. Any Marvel fan watching this, if you haven't seen it yet, you will not be disappointed. And this is really getting me excited because I'm going to be honest with you, Marvel movies lately just haven't really just been hitting the same. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited to see where this is going, especially now that we got news about Robert Downey Jr. being the new face of Doctor Doom. So I'm really interested to see where this is going. I'm actually pretty excited. Doctor Doom is actually my favorite Marvel villain. And so I'm really excited to see where they're going with this. And honestly, that's pretty much all my thoughts behind this. I just wanted to talk about this. So let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments. I'm basically just rambling at this point. So if you've gotten this far, thank you so much. And if you want to see more videos like this, where I don't really think this is a review. This is more like just thoughts and discussion. So let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good week. Take care. Bye.